Welcome to the Sleazy Podcast, the podcast about anything and everything, but mostly TV and movies. And now it's time to get sleazy.
So take the hint, buddy.
No, this wasn't a hit. All right. Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 216 of the world-renowned Sleazy Podcast. Oh, he's taking the cough drop. Look at that. I'm your host, Sleazy, and as always, I'm joined by Mr. PBS.
Howdy. Howdy, howdy.
All right, it's your turn now. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
And, Robzilla, of course, is with us.
Hello.
What's up? How you doing, boo?
Living the dream, brother.
Come on.
Dirty boy.
What job did you get off of?
KBS is the name of the company. So basically a cleaning service that's at the Lululemon in Groveport.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See anything crazy in there when you're working?
I haven't yet. I know Cott's been there a couple of times for some reason. I don't know why, but
People are still in Lululemon.
They
pants.
make sure they have a clear bag when they come out. They have a bag.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Oh yeah, they're like, open that bag. And they're like, they have to open it up.
Sir, the only thing in my bag is my pumpkin spice dude wipes.
Pumpkin spice.
They have those. Have you seen them?
No,
At least I think so. I've seen pictures of them. I haven't seen them in stores yet, but
I haven't. I've never had.
I don't know if
pumpkin
it's-
spice. So
I don't know if
couldn't
it's
tell you.
like, AI or photoshopped or
It's hard to say anymore.
This is America in 2025. If
it's
there's-
got to be a real
if
thing,
there's
right?
not pumpkin spice dude wipes, there will be.
Yeah, they need to market that.
Just think, what a great product though. Like
Mhm.
if you like that kind of activity, you can have your old lady, like if she's particularly not fond of it, you're like, you're gonna lick my butt tonight because it's pumpkin spice, and I know you like pumpkin spice, bitch.
I'll eat that ass then. It's like, ew, ew. Make me gag just thinking about it.
You're
It's
right.
gross.
I know everybody's got their own kinks and stuff, but
It's amazing some of the weird shit.
It's like pumpkin spice wipes. It'll
Yeah.
make your ass smell like a crisp fall day.
right. So are they gonna have peppermint ones for Christmas? I mean, you got
Pine?
to.
Have that pine.
You could have peat flavored ones
Pine cone,
for Easter. What would you do for like 4th of July or the summer?
Probably some
Apple
kinda-
pie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Ain't nothing more American than apple pie, right?
Hot dog flavor.
That just said like that's not a good smell or scent.
Made me I'm gagging already.
Yeah.
Fucking gross.
Oh man. So I think we got a good show. I mean, it's jam-packed. It's Friday night. We're back on our Friday night. Can you feel the energy's just different on Fridays?
Let's fucking go.
It's different, Like I'm telling you, there's
We
something.
always have a good show.
Well, Sundays, man, like our energy's just down a little bit. He's working. I mean, we work today, but let's face it, it's Friday night. You're ready for the weekend. It's just different. It's a different environment. But we're going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel to open the show up. Then, because Mr. PBS refuses to watch any type of television for whatever reason,
It's true.
It's his kryptonite.
Robzilla and I are going to talk about Alien Earth. That series is done. First season's is wrapped. They just had their finale, and I can't wait to talk about it a little bit. Then we're going to talk about Night of the Reaper, The Long Walk, and then PBS and I are going to close it out and talk about the new Paul W.S. Anderson.
Paul Thomas.
Thomas Anderson.
Wrong Paul Anderson.
Paul, yeah, okay. Let me get that straight here.
Very
That's
different.
not
Paul
the shitty
W.S. Anderson makes the shitty movies,
There
right?
you go. With his wife.
Yeah.
He makes
Yeah.
the Robzilla movies.
He makes the Resident Evil movies.
Yeah.
Now that's Rob's are like on another like dimension.
Yeah. That's
Um,
beneath me.
so Paul Thomas,
PTA.
yeah, PTA. Gotcha. Okay. I've been saying that like one day I'll say it the right way, and then the next day I'll be like Paul W.S. Anderson. And I'm like,
He might have more movies. I'll look that up real quick.
yeah. So yeah, then we'll close the show out with one battle after another. Leonardo DiCaprio's new movie.
Leo.
So it was a good one. It was a good one.
The
So
trailer made it.
stay tuned for that. We're not going to spoil anything for you. We're just going to give our thoughts about it and maybe share a few laughs at some things.
According to Letterboxd, Paul Thomas Anderson is the director of 23 films. Paul W.S. Anderson is director of 17 films.
Oh, wow.
Some of those PTA films might be short.
But I was looking at Paul Thomas Anderson's IMDb, and a lot of them are like 5-minute, 4-minute short movies and stuff. Like, I don't know if they should list that. Like, that should be on another category, like short films directed or something.
Yeah.
That's the wrong.
Like they have like produced or directed and all that.
Yeah, like short film directed, like feature film directions. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. So yeah, bombshell news this week. So last weekend, well, it was last week essentially, Thursday, I think it was, Jimmy Kimmel. The news comes out that he made a joke 2 Mondays ago. Got to be Wednesday or Thursday, I want to say. And they just flat out, ABC said, we are suspending the Jimmy Kimmel show indefinitely. And, people started digging a little deeper, and come to find out the FCC chairman was on some right-wing podcast. And he was, essentially said, he said a terrible thing about Charlie Kirk, and ABC needs to get him off air. And, we're going to do this the easy way or the hard way. And there is, much like the Charlie Kirk death, there is, there's a lot of chatter going on about this. What did he say? What did he actually mean? People have different interpretations of the joke. And it's just got crazy. I mean, people were canceling their Disney and Hulu Plus, Disney Plus and Hulu accounts en masse. And what was it? Disney lost $4 billion in net worth from stocks and stuff like that because of it.
Hilarious.
I mean, they have to. Come on, folks, you got to have smart people in here. Like, the right way to, like, if it was really about ratings and stuff, they would let him finish the year out or whatever, and then they would, sunset the show, much like CBS is doing with the Colbert show.
Yeah, I mean, if it was about ratings, a lot of these shows would already been off there anyways.
Oh yeah,
a lot of these.
Well, these guys all have, the whole thing with Stephen Colbert. This is all political. I mean, let's face the facts. It's very political, and people can sit there and say, "Oh, it's about ratings and yada yada yada." They're hemorrhaging money. No, they're really not. Like, this is all, a push from the top because somebody's getting made fun of, and he doesn't like it. And I think at some point you have to set your politics to the side and look at this stuff with, not emotionally. And I talked about this last episode. People just get emotional and then they react. And that's not always the best recipe. But you can clearly see, like, with the communication that this cat is blatantly putting out there.
Yeah.
Like, he's either a fortune teller or, this is all planned out. And I don't believe in fortune tellers. Do you guys?
No,
not really.
No.
So, I mean, this is a definitely a thought out, planned attack on anybody that challenges him or says anything they don't like. And, the Jimmy Kimmel one was an attack on free speech, if you ask me.
It was. And
people can say what they want to say. Oh, it's consequence culture. No, consequence culture is losing $4 billion off of your value because you made a bad decision and you bowed down to pressure. And that's consequence culture.
Get on your knees.
Right. I just, I'm a little baffled with the way people are taking it. And how would they feel if this was, I mean, you can't use Tucker Carlson. He's already been taken to the woodshed and put on YouTube.
He can still get fucked.
Well, I mean, hey, he actually came out. Tucker Carlson and Ted Cruz, of all people, came out, and they were like, when the government's doing this, they're telling you how to think. And that's a very dangerous road to go down. It's called fascism, guys, if you didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't know the definition of fascism.
They don't.
And it's showing because I've seen tons of screenshots this week of people that are just like, I Googled fascism and I thought it was just far left and far right. Like,
no, I didn't know it was me.
Yeah. Am I the problem? Yeah, you are the problem.
And I want to get your insight on this because you have you're a little better with your words than Rob and I, per se. So,
Well, you know,
we're stupid.
Just to kind of even take it back to the beginning, like it wasn't even a joke what he was saying about Charlie Kirk. It was more of a commentary because about how literally like the day this thing happened is, you know, left-wing extremism, when we had no idea who the alleged assassin was to begin with.
He was literally calling out the hypocrisy of the MAGA crowd for immediately, you know, rushing to make a point that it was a political left ideology that killed Charlie Kirk, and it's very much not. I think we can say that for sure now.
Well, and his comment, in a sense, may still be incorrect because he said this guy was MAGA or whatever, and clearly he was raised in a pretty red state in a red family and went to, you know, a red college for one semester and all that. But he himself may not be MAGA, as we've kind of learned from this guy, and even the kid who shot up the school the same day, and now the guy who shot up the ICE detention facility in Dallas. Like, these people reportedly so far are actually pretty apolitical. They're coming from this 4chan.
It's always 4chan. 4chan is
troll communities, you know.
4chan is like a breeding ground for fucking. It's just savages that are on there. It seems like
it. And so, and again, it wasn't even like a joke that Kimmel made. It was a statement that may have only been half true, but it wasn't anything. He wasn't.
And again, I think it's like the Bible, you know. How many people have read the Bible and how many interpretations of the Bible are there? Like, I think there's a fine.
The answer to those questions are both the same.
Yeah.
How many people have read the Bible are the
Right.
But the thing to remember is, like, as you said, like, the FCC chair basically threatened, you know, and that's, people say, oh, well, the First Amendment is just about the government taking your right away, not, you know, ABC saying you're not going to have it. It's just like, well, when the head of the FCC is basically threatening you, that can mean a lot of bad things, and that would be the First Amendment. And the thing to remember is the people who were putting pressure were these, like, these broadcast companies, or whatever you want to call them, like Nexstar and Sinclair. And the thing to remember about these companies is they are both sort of headed by conservative-leaning people who have donated large sums of money in the past to Republicans. They've spent like the last decade or two buying up more stations and stuff than they may have been allowed to in the past, when we actually paid more attention to, like, monopolies and stuff like that. So it's a very political issue.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, if ABC wanted to do that, and Trump even came out afterwards and gave his Truth Social saying they promised us he was off the air, we're going to sue and all that. And you're like, why is the president of the United States, like, personally getting involved in this stuff?
Right.
So here is one of his quoted lines was, "We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it." So I'm trying to find like a monologue script of it, but I can't find like a full thing.
But I mean, that's pretty much what he said.
And I don't see where he says he's MAGA indefinitely. Like he's saying the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points. Right. I don't see where that says he's MAGA. He's saying that they're attempting to push it as anything but them.
Yet again, getting emotional.
By the way, before the show, I asked ChatGPT, I said, I need a timeline of recent events revolving around Jimmy Kimmel. Please highlight his average ratings before suspended and his ratings for his first show back. And it spit off a whole thing. You're fucking done, Rob.
I am cooked, sir.
What happened to that tablet Rob had last episode? Where's it at today?
Oh, it's not showing up now. He got a new phone, so he doesn't need it, you know. But yeah, it just kills me, man. And once again, it's everybody has to rush to a fucking judgment and run right to the internet and type their thoughts. Like,
I'm angry.
Like, just calm down and think about what you're saying before you actually go out and, you know, start accusing things. Like, this is some serious stuff here. But and you know, we had another shooting, and that one's just as weird as the Charlie Kirk assassination. Like, I mean, did you see that bullet? It looks like it has anti-ice written in a Sharpie.
And the thing about that again is, and who tweeted out? Did Kash Patel tweet that out, or did somebody else?
Kash Patel tweeted it out.
Like,
bug-eyed goon.
you've got the head of the FBI tweeting out evidence while like an ongoing investigation is like just starting. And that would be ridiculous enough on it.
Well, there's no criminal trial with that because the dude iced himself, but
you're
no
like,
pun intended there.
You're like any other administration, if the head of the FBI was tweeting out anything during a live investigation, you'd be like, that guy should probably be fired.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, some people have speculated that, conspiratorially, that maybe somebody in the FBI or ICE hastily wrote that on there to make it look political. But again, like, this guy came from the edgelord, trolley, 4chan kind of stuff community. So maybe he did write anti-ICE on there just to be funny.
Yeah, it very well could be. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, it just, these assassinations just don't make any sense, man. Yeah. And that shooting in particular doesn't make any sense. But
well, even like a lot of these, like, far right guys who handle weapons are like, no, this is not how it works. I mean, they break it down.
Yeah, I've seen that where they're doing
ballistic.
They say it should have taken his head off.
Yeah.
But he's the man of steel.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what they said.
Whatever.
And again, like, for all this stuff, it's all happening so much at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think I certainly understand some people celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. Like, I get it. He was a right-wing political figure. And again, I don't think any of us here cared for any of his opinions on anything. We're not celebrating a public assassination because that's, generally speaking, a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just doesn't do anything. I think
anybody, like Sleazy says, rushing to judgment on anything before we have even minimal evidence on a lot of this stuff is a bad idea. And again, if you have somebody like Kash Patel running the FBI, who knows what we'll know, when we'll know, if we'll know it.
Right.
He won't know shit because he doesn't even know.
Right. So here's what ChatGPT gave me. I put it up here on the screen. Let me go back up here just a minute so you guys can't really read it, but so mid-September 2025, controversial remarks by Jimmy Kimmel. Kimmel delivered a monologue about the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, which drew backlash, which it really wasn't about Charlie Kirk. It was more so about the Epstein files, which, we just got another document, a couple documents released today.
Release them.
There's a big name that's blacked out, that's redacted.
Before you go even further, like, Trump gets involved here, but and I forget where Trump originally came in with this, but obviously Kimmel has made remarks about Trump before, so for Trump this is personal.
Yeah, and this isn't just this year. This goes back a decade almost. So September 17th, ABC Disney suspends Jimmy Kimmel Live. The network pulled the show temporarily, citing that the monologue was ill-timed and thus insensitive. The 20th through the 22nd, negotiations and reinstatement. Disney and ABC and Kimmel's team negotiated his return over the weekend. On September 22nd, Disney announced that the suspension would be lifted and Jimmy Kimmel Live would return on the 23rd. September 23rd is the first show back. Kimmel returned with a monologue addressing the controversy, which, by the way, I thought he was a complete, like, I mean, I get it. He went the nice route, so to speak, just a little bit, and then he torched Trump at the end. But like the whole crying over the I know Jimmy's he's an emotional guy. He wears his heart on his sleeve, but dude, you just got used as the poster boy for an attack on the First Amendment. Like, don't go up there and cry. It's time to be a warrior,
Suck it up.
It's time to stand up straight, and it's time to fire one back. Like, this is how it's going to be. We're here to fight. But he did the little crying, the whole, like, do you think these people
fake?
Do you think these people care if you have crocodile tears because you got accused of making a joke at Charlie Kirk's death? They don't care.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, they're just going to say it's fake because you're shedding a tear now.
Yep.
Okay, so post-return 23 through 26, some large station group, Sinclair Nexstar. I wonder who runs that. initially refused to air the show, effectively blacking it out in many markets, including right here in our hometown, Columbus, Ohio.
I don't know if you guys recall, I think John Oliver did a segment once about Sinclair Media, and he showed like a bunch of clips from different Sinclair-owned stations, including ours, where they were all supposed to read the same.
Yeah, they
like,
read the same script.
Same political commentary script.
And it's funny, a lot of like right-wing people were sharing it. Like, see, look at this. It's all mind control. And it's like, yeah, it is. That's what they like. Everybody's known that.
That's why
like,
you shouldn't let all of them own so many stations.
Right. It, like back in the day when they had the Vietnam War, the government wasn't giving official numbers to the news station about the deaths over there. So the American public was just not informed of how bad that war was going for us. So, I mean, it's all like the government works with these, stations and they kind of control what is coming in and out. But, and people just don't realize it doesn't matter who's in the office. They are putting pressure on these news stations. Okay. So ratings before suspension versus show back. Before suspension in Q2 2025, Jimmy Kimmel Live averaged 1.77 million total viewers. I've heard some people say it was like 100,000 or something like that. And I'm like, they would pull him immediately if it was that bad.
Yeah, that'd be pretty low.
Yeah, extremely low. And that's live broadcast.
Even because, it's not like there's not 5 channels anymore.
Right.
Whatever,
And so that's live broadcast Nielsen, and that's actually excluding streaming across its episodes. And hopefully this is right. This is ChatGPT. It can make some mistakes. So, if it's wrong, comment and let us know. That's fair game. Some reports noted that in August 2025, the show's viewership had dipped to about 1.1 million viewers, though that is a more specific snapshot rather than a sustained average. Generally, nightly average viewership in recent periods had been in the 1.6 to 1.8 million range. All right, you ready for the first show back? September 23rd. The comeback episode drew 6.26 million live broadcast viewers, according to Disney and Nielsen, more than triple his recent average. And he even said that, like during the monologue, he was like, "Thank you for the record-breaking, ratings we're going to get tonight." I mean, they knew what was going to happen.
And it's important to remember that's the show was still not on the air in those certain markets, so he made higher ratings with fewer stations at the same time.
Right. With the blackout from Nexstar. The opening monologue was also went viral with over 26 million views across social platforms by a certain point. Among young adults 18 and 49, the episode secured a 0.87 rating, a substantial jump from prior demo ratings. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that is pretty much, the gist of the Jimmy Kimmel debacle. But yeah, definitely people, the mental gymnastics that some folks go through and, just to kind of stay on their side. And it's like at some point, folks, we got to put country over parties and realize that there's an attack on our rights right now. And I just don't think people are going to see it that way until things get really, really bad at some point.
I've seen people.
And that's just, I'm not saying things are going to get like really, really bad. Obviously, I don't think, that your average, I say this, but I don't think your average American's going to get caught on the street and rounded up in a white van because they disagree. But who knows? That could happen. When you give an inch, they keep taking and taking, And,
it's only a matter of time until something violent happens. Like I think you shared it in the group this morning. I saw it also, like the 2 ICE agents who were like tackled a guy in the street.
Yeah, and then the dude, he's holding his gun while he's trying to tackle this guy, and the guy's moving around screaming for help. Obviously, he's terrified.
Right.
Yeah.
And he knocks the gun out of the guy's hand. The guy, and people are getting scared and they're wanting to help this guy at this point. And the guy picks the gun up, he's waving it at regular civilians. Like, what are we doing here?
And I saw another video, almost the same situation, like in a store or something. And all these guys are screaming their head off, "Help me." And, some of these people have something on them that at least says they're ICE or whatever. And some of them have even less
Some of
than
them
that.
don't. They're just dressed in regular,
And it's only a matter of time
Somebody's going to get shot over that. Yeah.
And it's either going to be on purpose, or it's going to be like, hey, I just saw these two dudes in plain clothes tackling another dude. I didn't know what to do.
Right.
Right.
It's only a matter of time before that stuff probably turns bad.
Yeah, definitely. Did you see the one video of the lady in the courtroom, or well, I don't know if it was like a courtroom or something, but they had taken her husband into custody, and she's in a panic. She doesn't know what's going on. She just wants to know where her husband is, and she is a little belligerent. I mean, she's her life is about to change.
Right.
And this
her
guy
husband's about to get disappeared.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and we don't know where these folks are going. Are they going down to Florida? Are they going to another country? But the guy like grabs her and just throws her up against the wall, and then she's still emotional, rightfully so, and he throws her down on the ground, and it looks like her head smacks on the ground, and at that point other people are jumping in, and it is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I mean, I understand that people don't want people in the country that are illegal aliens. There's some sort of you don't know who's coming in, obviously. And we'll just say that. And we've got to take care of our own people at the same time. But at the same time, these are human beings, and they deserve to be treated like human beings and not rounded up like they're a stray dog. They deserve
by a bunch of people in masks who don't identify themselves.
Yeah, and you don't know if these people are going to shoot you or what they're doing. I mean, you just don't know, and they deserve to have a
due process.
They deserve due process. They deserve, and they sit here and they say this stuff like, "Oh, well, how many court hearings is that going to be? How many?" Well, we had the money for that at one point. And it was a political process that was ultimately voted down, and it is what it is. Like, this is a giant mess that's been caused by not working together to solve this issue.
And that's what people say. They're like, well, who's going to pay for it? I don't know. Maybe one of these fucking billionaires can pay for it.
Yeah.
Crying about that.
I don't know the answers. I don't know the answers to everything, but I know there's a lot of smart people out there that are in politics, and they got to sit down and work this shit out at some point. I mean, we can't keep being divided, and we can't keep playing the blame game on this and that. Like, at some point, they've got to get together and delegate what needs, the appropriate ways need to be handled, by our Constitution, not just doing whatever the fuck you want and scaring, the community and all this other stuff. Because, and this goes along with the Jimmy Kimmel thing. We're getting to a point here. It's just taking a long time. But there was the attack on Jimmy Kimmel, and then there was, I'm declaring Antifa a terrorist organization. Well, there is no Antifa organization. It's an ideology. Right. Like, there's no funding, there's no leadership. So basically what this is he can say, oh, you're Antifa, and swoop you up and ship you to another country.
Yep, that's all it is.
So, I mean, this is terrifying stuff. And
it doesn't matter what color you are, you're going to get deported.
And, like, I tread lightly when we talk about politics, because I really don't want to alienate people, but we're on the cusp of losing some serious rights here, I think. And
ready for being Russia, or not to be there.
It's easy for white people to parade around and say, oh, this is, this doesn't affect me because I'm not a Mexican or an illegal. But yeah, it could very well affect you if you say the wrong thing and you look the wrong way and somebody doesn't like it and they're like, you're Antifa now.
Yeah.
See you later. There goes your life.
But I'm white. That doesn't mean shit.
It won't mean nothing eventually.
Not to mention that, they're trying to do the same thing with like trans people and just put them all in their own category.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Like, are they going to have camps for trans people now? Because all of a sudden trans people are the most violent people in the world after parading around for decades, making fun of these people because they're different and that they're not masculine, or they don't they transition to being a woman. So, like, which is it? Are these violent people, or are these sissies that you made fun of all these years?
It can't be either or.
Yeah, it can't be either or.
Pick one. And
there isn't. I mean, how many trans shootings has there been? 3,
couple,
4. I mean, you can count them on one hand, probably. But
how many times has been a Christian white man
Yeah,
How many
it's
kids got-
overwhelmingly the other way.
Yeah.
And they're looking for something to divide people and to keep the chatter going and to keep people divided and keep our eyes off of what's really going on here. And it's covering up massive crimes that we've never seen before in our country. Like, it's bad. It is bad. So after saying all that, hashtag release the Epstein files.
That's the best thing too. Like people are like, I'm sorry about Charlie Kirk. And they're like, well, how about you release the files now? I mean, it's just what it is.
And listen, like, I know that this isn't our typical talking points here. We're a movie, TV, entertainment, crazy news podcast, but this is crazy news. And this is, like, I would feel wrong if I didn't use whatever platform that I have, to the 20 to 40 to 50 to 100 people that listen, depending on which week it is and what we talk about, to not say something. And I mean, listen, we're not praising Charlie Kirk getting killed, and we're not praising any ideology here. We're just telling you what's going on. And as an American, people died for us to have these rights, and we're openly letting people take them away so people can be on the same team as somebody and wear a fucking baseball cap. I mean, grow the fuck up, people.
We'll be 5.
Right. I mean, listen, I've got my Guardians hat on, but I don't wear it every fucking day. And when they do something that I don't like I disagree with, I don't say, oh yeah, that's the right move. Like,
you get on your tablet and just
like, I don't, it's not my life.
Emotion.
It's not my life, like, anybody that went through, I always say 8th grade history because that's where I learned a lot of stuff. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th,
fantastic
12th.
History teachers, man.
Yeah. I mean, these were pivotal years in your education, and you can blatantly see the people that fucking slept in class or didn't fucking go to class at all. They're the dumbest motherfuckers around, parading around like they know everything in the Constitution. And they're suddenly law experts and medical experts, and this whole Tylenol thing. Give me a fucking break. It's another fucking distraction to keep you away from what's going on.
Motherfuckers who never graduated 6th grade talking about they know science.
Right. The dumbest people you went to school with. And listen, I'm not a smart dude. I was an average student. I excelled in some things, and I was really terrible at other things. But I did pay attention in history class, American history, stuff like that. And what we're seeing now is a full-on attack on our democracy. And people can't see it because they want to wear a fucking cap and be a part of a team. And like I said, it's time to grow up, and it's time for you to open your eyes and see what's going on to your fellow countrymen.
Punch your local Nazi in the face too.
I'm not advocating any violence because I don't want to get fired or anything like that. But I mean, it's just like, come on, people, we got to grow up.
I got 3 jobs. I don't fucking care.
We got to grow up and
fire me.
We gotta overcome what's happening to our country, or we're all, it's going to be bad. We're going to end up like Venezuela.
Yep.
Trump's going to be begging China for $20 billion in a couple of years.
Get down on your knees, Trump.
Right. And that's another thing, we're getting way too political here, but I just got to say it. How much money are they giving Venezuela, or are they asking for?
Was it billions? I think
it's 20 billion. Yeah, it's 20 billion or something like that. And we got people that can't even afford hamburger over here and can't pay their rent. Give me a break. And these people want to talk about cutting money and stuff, but we got a guy that's just graveling to give this guy money for whatever reason. It is a joke. It is a joke, a flat out big fucking joke. But
the question is, when's the aliens going to come and get me the fuck out?
I hope so. Like, at this point, I hope that 3-Eye Atlas just hits Earth and just puts us all out of our misery.
Yep.
I mean, my God.
Don't look up.
Right.
Eating the dinner table, just waiting for
the president is fucking lying.
I've seen a lot of that clip going around.
Oh, yeah.
It's hilarious.
It is hilarious. I mean,
Lost their fucking minds.
What's the saying? Is it art imitates life, or life imitates art, or something like that? Like, it's so fucking spot on, man. Like, these things they come to fruition, and you're like, geez, man, this is crazy. So how, what's really on your mind, Kyle?
I know
Mr.
you went, on,
PBS.
you went on a bit of a rant there. You were ready to go. I could tell you were feeling it there.
Oh, I know.
I just want to hug him now, don't I?
No, again, like you even bring up the Tylenol thing for anybody who doesn't know. Back in I sent you guys the video from April or whenever it was, but like RFK was basically like, we're going to have the cause of autism by September. And they've been, talking about it all week. Even Trump at Kirk's memorial is like, we're going to have some medical news tomorrow. It's the greatest medical news ever, maybe. Blah, blah, blah. And it turns out like, oh, there's a link between mothers during pregnancy taking Tylenol and autism. Maybe. And again, it wasn't RFK was like, oh, we're gonna have people 200 scientists going around. And like no, you didn't tell us shit. You told us something we already knew, that is maybe there's a link between pregnant mothers and Tylenol and autism. Maybe.
Let me ask you guys a question. Would you take any life advice, anything in life, from somebody that has a history of picking up roadkill and planting it in parks and picking up what was it, a whale or something like that?
He chopped it up.
He chopped a whale's head off or something and put it on the roof of his minivan with his kids in the car, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna study it." Like,
no,
you would think this dude's a fucking idiot, but because he's presentable and he acts like, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. And listen, we were just talking about this at the movie theater last night. This guy very well may know what he's talking about when it comes to certain things. And he probably is right about a lot of things. Like, we're fat. We need to stop eating a lot of the food we're eating. We're too sedentary. Like, yeah, they're making some points there.
There are legit systemic health problems that we face as Americans.
Yeah. Yes. But then when you hear, like, they just take it to the next, like, Spinal Tap, they just dial it to 11. Yeah. And it's like, you mean to tell me the smartest people on earth couldn't figure out that Tylenol was the cause of autism all these years? But somehow you read some information on, a website that you trust, and some dude that isn't even a real doctor told you this shit, or had his medical license revoked because he was practicing certain things that's not ethical. Like, again, grow the fuck up.
Aceta,
and that's another thing.
Minifin.
Listen, it's kind of hard for me to judge anybody for pronouncing something, having trouble pronouncing something. I do it every other week on here when we're reading articles, but I'm not the president of the United States.
There, exactly. You're not the president.
You should be briefed. You should be ready to say the fucking word. And that just goes to show you everything is fucking on the fly with this dude. Like, he just fucking goes on the fly. There's no preparation. I said a metaphor.
How do you say that?
Is that right? Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Like, I get it. Like, I would have said the same thing. But at the same time, if I'm the president and I know the entire world's going to be looking at this presentation, I'm going to have a sheet of paper, and I'm going to have, if I can't fucking recognize the word to pronounce it, I'm going to have the pronunciation in parentheses right below it for me to read. Like, that just goes to show you how unprepared this administration is. And if they can't get a press conference right to pronounce basic words that everybody should know, how do you think they're going to protect the free world? Come on. It's got to be a no-brainer here, right?
See, you're making sense.
No. Well, I've got my hat and I'm a part of a community, so fuck that. He can pronounce all the words wrong he wants. There's nothing wrong with him. He's doing a great job.
And it's just like I remember I think we talked about it last episode or recently about the soybean farmers and all those people.
Yeah, yep. That's another problem.
Who need bailed out now because Trump's tariffs and his trade policy have led to places like China not wanting our product,
canceling aid that we send overseas. Like, those farmers grow all that food that we send. Like, that's government spending that creates it stimulates the economy, and people just don't realize that because they're not educated in that. They don't know what they're fucking talking about. They just hear some dude talking shit and they're like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm on board with this. But, listen, I'm not attacking anybody personally. I respect that you have that view or whatever.
I am. You know who you are. Get your head out of your ass.
Yeah. Listen, at some point you have to realize what's going on here, and it's not working. Like we're not even a year into this, and there is some serious problems in the country right now. Serious problems. Like it's terrifying. I mean, it really is. And then there's real problems going on, like the housing crisis, inflation's creeping right back up there after all the work they did to get it back down. And
it's Biden's fault.
Right. No, Biden's not running. He's not making decisions anymore.
Nope.
And, you can't blame shit on him. It just is what it is now. But it just blows my mind. And then we've got AI issues. Did I say AI already?
Not yet.
But yeah, AI. It's going to replace millions of jobs. And our economy, like we already don't have enough jobs for the people that are unemployed right now from where it's crept up all these, these past couple of months. So what are we going to do here? They're not even worried about it. It's not even on the radar. They're not thinking about it. There's no discussions in Congress about it. It's insane. It just like at some point we've got to pass some regulation on this AI, and there needs to be a real right to work policy here where people have to have jobs. They have to support themselves. They've got to contribute to the economy. And I know people will be like, well, it's the same thing when the factories put robots in. Like this is a whole new, this is another level.
Yeah.
This is another level of being replaced.
And some of that shit's like pretty accurate too, because
Yeah.
because at work they've called in. People have used it as an interpreter, and then you can tell it's almost there, but you can tell it's a little slightly off.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute.
It sounds close, and then you get the pause where it's thinking.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Wait, hold on. One question. So anyone else received their tariff reimbursement?
No, I haven't gotten a tariff
Okay.
rebate check.
Checking.
That's going to the farmers now. There's
okay.
there's none of that.
I was waiting for that in my Doge check, and I haven't got
somebody did call about the trans people being labeled as terrorists, called it Trantifa.
Yeah, I heard Trantifa. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. I never thought.
You mentioned it already, but like, I do think as an incumbent on people who live in this world that we live in, that has access to the internet, and anybody who makes any kind of content, to be kind of like, to be on the record and be like, hey, this shit's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We talk about it, all the time, sometimes on here, sometimes not, about like the situation in Israel and Gaza. And, we've all seen videos of people being blown up, carrying a bag of flour and some weird shit. Like,
and that's a whole nother issue there. I mean, there's just so much going on right now. You can't keep up with all.
I think it's especially incumbent on people like us who are doing okay, white Americans, to be like, hey, there's other issues that people need to be paying attention to. And like you say, we don't have 1 million followers or anything like that, but I still think it's important to be like, hey, movies and TV and all this stuff back here is great, but we have a real world to worry about as well.
And if we don't take care of these issues, there isn't going to be any movies or TV for us to talk about.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's the facts that are being
I don't like
presented.
that movie. It's not getting made. That's how it's going to be.
Anyway, that's all for this episode of the Sleazy Podcast. Tune in next week.
Subscribe.
We'll be reading from Karl Marx's Das Kapital, Volume 1.
That's if we don't get locked up for being Antifa after this.
YouTube kicks us off.
That's un-American.
God, man, I'm sweating now after that.
Man, I was going to give you a hug. I might have to hug you later.
No, I don't need a hug. Don't fucking touch me.
Come on, baby.
So yeah, Alien Earth, man. I think we were all kind of like, I don't know how this is going to shake out. A TV show about Alien,
right?
A spinoff of Alien. I mean, this is, particularly a genre that needs a big budget.
Yeah,
but, man, it was such a good fucking show.
It's wild.
It's a really good show, man. Do you know when it takes place, Rob? You're the guy that has tracked all this.
Oh man, I had it pulled up. It's between, I think. Let me see here.
God, man, you're killing me, dude.
Hey,
ChatGPT. ChatGPT.
Okay, so it's set in 2120, so it's 2 years before the original Alien movie.
2 years before the original Alien movie. Because it's kind of funny, like they get a xenomorph back to Earth and they introduce new aliens too.
That's what's really appealing, because it's not just the xenomorphs; it's these other ones. They're really wild.
There's all kinds of them too, and you're like, what the hell's going on?
They could have made a whole series about this one certain alien as well.
Yeah. It's just blown me away. It's really good.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. And I'm surprised that this guy, this piece of shit right here, hasn't watched it because he loves the alien movies.
Still, I'm boycotting Hulu.
You're boycotting Disney.
I canceled that Hulu that I didn't have to begin with.
Yeah. Well, you know, like I just have a password, so you know, yeah, I didn't pay for it anyways, but I mean, I have it on my YouTube TV too, so it is what it is, you know. But yeah, hats off to the team that did this. I mean, they did a really good job. There's not a whole lot of CGI in this and stuff. Like I think the xenomorph's it's a person in a puppet costume.
You can
kinda.
tell there's certain parts where it has to be CGI.
Yeah,
but it's so well done.
It really is. And I mean, they did such a good job with introducing, you know, like, because there's obviously 5 companies that are kind of ruling the world or whatever. And they're one of them, they get the scoop that there's, you know, these aliens on board of this ship, and they sabotage it to where it crashes right into their territory so they can raid the ship. And from there, it gets fucking crazy. Like,
well, I think the company's called Prodigy, and then they're at war with Weyland Yutani, which everybody's very familiar with.
Because they have a man-child that's a prodigy, you know.
Boy Kevlar or some bullshit.
Some terrible
yet
shit.
again, he's a trillionaire, which they have trillionaires now.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, that's not far away in the real life.
It's really not.
What we like a year away from that or something like that, they're saying. But yeah, this is it was a really good show, and like I'm blown away by how good it was. It looked really good. The storylines were really good. The acting was really good.
And of course, Timothy Olyphant. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Timothy Olyphant.
Oliphant. There we go. Oliphant.
I think that's right. Is that right?
I think it's Oli, like
Olyphant.
Oly, Oliphant.
Oliphant. There we go.
Not
you got the flipping IMDb open right there, Rob. What's it look like?
Not Olyphant. Timothy Olyphant.
Oliphant.
Google.
OLY.
Just bring Ned over here. Bring Ned over here and put a speaker on him.
Right. and just like have it as Chat GPT having an open conversation with us the whole night.
It was come on in the middle of the night, freak the fuck out.
Yeah, it's Olyphant.
Oliphant. There we go.
Where were you getting Orphafont or whatever the fuck you said?
Shit.
That's just that South Side coming out of you, isn't it?
Yeah. Try and get rid of that.
So this is hold on. Let me see. I'll put it up on the screen for there we go. There's Timothy Olyphant.
There we go.
Is there like normally you can have hold on. Pronunciation. There we go. Can hit enter. Here we go. You guys ready for it?
Yes.
Oliphant.
Timothy Oliphant. Timothy Oliphant.
So I've been saying it wrong all these years too. I was closer though.
Timothy Oliphant.
Just like Margot Robbie.
Timothy Oliphant.
Margot Robbie.
Dude, Papa Flynn, he's like, why you say it like that?
Timothy Oliphant.
Well, you know, I think what got me there is because Gail got it. People were always like, it's Gal Gadot, and it's like, no, it's got it. And like I think that T just kind of
that's the thing too.
Crossed me up.
And I've heard
Timothy Oliphant.
I swear to God, I've heard people call her Margot or whatever in an interview.
And it feels like it's like the Mandela effect. Like,
that's what I was thinking. It was like almost like a Mandela effect kind of thing. But no, it's Margot, you know. Heads for Margot, baby.
Heads for Margot.
But yeah, man, I really dug this show. And let's go on the IMDb here.
The guy, Babu Cisse, who played Morrow, I think he's kind of like a cyborg.
Yeah, he's like half
half
man, half synth or whatever.
Yeah.
He has the little arm that turns into it's like a Terminator arm, dude. It's fucking sweet.
It is pretty sweet. But there's a couple scenes where this is probably one of the most brutal alien attacks where it's just like it mauls these people, like tail shreds them apart. You know, they have their moments where they have the tongue, it goes through her head or whatever. But I mean, this alien takes out a fucking platoon like it's nothing.
Yeah. Sydney Chandler, that's actually is that Josh Brolin's daughter?
No, that is.
Or whose daughter is that? That was so creepy, wasn't it?
I feel like Rob needs to turn on his keyboard sound so we can hear him clicky clacking away.
click, 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 click. I can't. I don't know what's fuck wrong with me.
They used to have like a where's the profile at? She was known for Don't Worry, Darling, Pistol, Chemistry. Here's her. Oh, Kyle Chandler.
Okay.
Boom,
yeah.
there it is.
Oh, yeah.
That's who it was.
Friday Night Lights.
Yes, he's going to be Hal Jordan in the new Green Lantern show.
I always know him from the one where he gets the paper a day early.
What
From,
is that?
From back in the 90s. I always forget what it's called.
He's a good actor, though.
Yeah, he's all right. He's good.
Friday Night Lights and a couple movies that he's been in. He was really good. Yeah. What are you doing over there?
Nothing.
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to remember that because I know what show he's talking about. I think it's like early. It's not
Early
like
edition?
Yeah, I
Thought
think
it
it's
was
like
early
early
edition.
edition.
Oh, good job, Rob. You're on it, dude.
From the 90s. Take me back.
The 90s were so... that was kind of like the last great era, I think.
Yeah, early edition. Yep, that's what it was. I remember watching like a little bit of that, but it's been so long.
He used to just be on TV all the time.
Yeah.
Like Friday nights or something.
I just can't get over that. I'm going to have to like clip that from now on. We'll use it.
Add it to the soundboard.
Yeah.
I think one of the best ones, his role was he was the FBI agent, Patrick.
You are fake news.
Wall Street.
What's that now?
He was the agent in Wolf on Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They had the interaction on the
where
yacht.
he throws the fucking money at him or whatever. Yeah, that
they
was
had
great.
the interaction on the yacht, and they're like, kind of like, I don't fucking like you. I don't like you either.
Leo is like, yeah, this is a really good show though. Like, I mean, if you love Alien, you love sci-fi, like you gotta watch it. That's why I don't know why this guy's not watching it. I just don't get it.
Did you like how there's somewhat like a monster fight, alien fight?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
it's so funny.
That was cool.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck's that thing gonna do? You know what I mean?
It did. I will say this: my one complaint, the finale fumbled big time. It was a little fucking lame. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, I'm like,
it was a little lame.
Well, like I don't know where they're gonna do with this.
Little lame. But okay, so moving on, we're gonna do Night of the Reaper here. This just came out on Shudder.
Yep, Shudder AMC Plus.
Yeah. So what'd you guys think? I'm gonna let you guys take the lead on this. Robbie, you take the lead since you don't have a Tubi pick of the week. You were so inept at not doing that this week.
Whoa. I put one in there.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought you said you weren't ready.
I said I put one in there. I said one I watched last week.
Oh, okay.
So I still put one in there.
Oh,
so
well,
yeah, so
it's still your fault.
I know, it's fine. So yeah, Night of the Reaper. I liked it. It's kind of like an 80s throwback slasher film.
They do a really good job of capturing the essence of the 80s, that time period.
And it's done well where it's not over the top 80s.
Yeah.
It's just enough where you're like, okay, I know I'm in the 80s, but it's not in your face, basically.
Yeah, they're not like throwing everything out at you.
Like every 10 seconds, you get an 80s theme song playing in the background or whatever. But yeah, I liked it. I'm trying to think here. I can't think. Oh, what's wrong with me?
You need to write notes down.
I know. I need to write notes.
It's a little cheesy in some parts. I mean, but
it's your typical 80s slasher, so it's gonna be cheesy and have its moments. It's got a very feel of like an 80s style of Scream kind of feel.
Yeah.
To it. I think that's why I kind of like it as well. And a couple of turns. There's a surprising like death in it, which I wasn't expecting, which is hilarious.
It's actually a kind of a good movie to get you into spooky season, I think.
Yeah.
So it came out at the right, the right perfect time. And I mean, like, it's just got a good feel to it. It's a little cheesy with certain things when the twist hits, but it is what it is. They didn't do a real good job of making you guess anybody. It wasn't like, oh, I think it's this person. Like it just kind of comes out of nowhere.
Well, they don't really have many people to select from.
Right.
So
They don't introduce you to a whole lot of people.
Yeah, so it's very limited to who you can guess. I was kind of thinking as one person, but I was like, I said I'm feeling confident. And then I was like, well, something's happening where it can't be this person. So But yeah, I highly recommend it. I mean, especially if you want to get into like the spooky season, 80s slasher, get that same feel to it.
Yeah, there's not anybody that's big in this. I mean, it's all kind of, B actors, dare I say C, in a couple of parts. But, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I was entertained. It was a nice movie to watch with the lights out. And, it entertained me. What do you think, PBS?
Still haven't said what the movie's about, Rob. Come on. Got them to take the lead here. So anyway.
Nothing is as it seems. That's the...
So it's directed by Brandon Christensen, who I looked up here on Letterboxd, and I don't particularly recognize any of his other films. They all look sort of similar, low budget horror kind of stuff. And the main girl is Jessica Clement. I don't think I've seen her in anything either. It looks like she was in Dream Scenario, which I think you watched, but I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, it's the movie starts off like you say. It's set in the 80s. I do appreciate when they don't hit you over the head with it.
Yeah,
like when we talked about what was the X movie? What was the last one? Maxine.
Yeah.
Like
Maxine was a little over the top with some
literally.
things.
There's the title in that movie is on her license plate, and the license plate has a big 85 in it, like your license registration does, and then in like big letters that flashes 1985 on the screen. Like, all right, we get it. You don't
right.
So I appreciate like this one, like it starts off with a girl babysitting a little boy. She puts him to bed and she turns on the TV, and MTV's on the TV playing music and everything. So you get it like, oh, okay, this is obviously, and she's dancing to Heart or something like that, and dancing around the room and stealing the parents' liquor and cigarettes or whatever for the kid she's babysitting.
But the best part is like the cigarettes are in like a wooden box, like it's like some kind of magic.
Yeah,
gift.
right. Like there wouldn't be a pack of Marlboro Reds just in a cupboard somewhere,
A little hidey spot.
We're fancy. We put our cigarettes in a fucking cigar box.
That's what it was. I'm like, she opened. I'm like, is that gonna be like cocaine or something? Like wild.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
like, oh, she's about to find something.
Yeah,
Marlboro Reds.
And then, of course, while she's doing this, do we see? Is this where they splice in like some VHS footage?
Yeah, they do like a lot of that. Yeah,
the killer that's coming after her is using a video camera from the 80s, and they're wearing a skull mask and all that. And then it cuts to after the opening, which is actually pretty solid, I think. It cuts into the other girl coming home from college.
It had a really solid opening, I thought. And then it kind of, it slows down a little bit, and then it picks up in the third act.
Like you say, the reveal later in the movie of what's going on is kind of interesting, but I think they do a little too much after a certain point. And it is, it's kind of a slow burn movie. It takes a while to get there. Kind of, I mentioned it a while ago when I watched, I think it was The House of the Devil. It has a similar kind of slow burn vibe that takes a while to get going. So I was thinking of that movie a lot while watching this one. And it's okay. Like the acting's not great, but it's not terrible. And they did have the good decency to make it like a 95-minute movie, which I appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't a long movie. It was just a nice little movie.
An hour and 50 Netflix movie.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be that long.
It wasn't a damn near 3-hour movie like we watched the other night.
Right.
Please, that one was okay.
Yeah, that was good. It didn't feel like a 3-hour movie.
But the thing with it too, I really liked is they had this kid, this little boy, and they don't make him stupid. Like, there's a part where a girl's like, oh my God, this is a great view. He's like, I don't like it. Too many places to hide. I'm like, this motherfucker is smart. I'm like, I like that kid already. He's not, stupid or anything. He's just like, I don't like this place.
They really don't kill the kids in these movies.
Like, not usually.
No,
they do in Terrifier 3.
Yeah, in Terrifier they do. But that's a completely different style movie.
Yeah.
But I'm with, did you say your rating yet? I think
3.
Yeah, I gave it a solid 3. It's a nice, if you're looking for something you haven't seen yet, it's a nice movie to put on, especially with spooky season coming up.
Especially Shudder,
Yeah, it definitely is. It's worth the price of Shudder for a month to watch, I think. And spooky season's coming up. You're gonna find stuff on there that you like. So
you can't keep watching the old stuff all the time. You got to try some new stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's the goal. Is I try to watch something new for October I've never seen.
Yeah,
just to brighten up the horizons, I would say.
Add a little flavor to your palate.
Yeah, that too.
Your palate of gore and blood and murder. You sick fuck.
I am one sick pig.
So okay, I guess we're all recommending you watch it.
Yeah,
get yourself ready for spooky season with Night of the Creeper.
Reaper.
Night of the Reaper.
Reaper, sorry.
thinking
Did I
of-
say Creeper a couple times?
Well, no, I think
No,
you're
you
thinking
just
of
said
Night
on
of the
the last one
Creeps.
Night of the Reaper.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think you're not thinking of the Night of the Creeps as well.
No, I'm not thinking of that at all. But Night of the Reaper. Sorry, folks. Moving on, we're going to talk about The Long Walk now. I'm going to put this up on the screen. Man, I'm sweating like a pig after ranting earlier.
Does feel a little warm in here.
It is. It's a little warm down here for whatever reason. All right.
It's
So
that passion.
it really is. We got fired up. The Long Walk. In a dystopian alternate America ruled by a totalitarian regime, 50 teenage boys take part in a deadly annual walking contest, forced to maintain a minimum pace or be executed until only one survivor remains. It is a really good movie, though.
Solid.
I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and this is an adaptation of Stephen King book, right?
Technically, it was his alternate writing persona, Richard Bachman.
Okay,
but Stephen King, yeah.
You're the expert, so I'll let you take the lead on this one.
So just it's directed by Francis Lawrence here, who did like 4 of the Hunger Games movies.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
None of them which I've seen. I've only seen the first one.
I've seen the first 2.
Yeah. He also he likes his post-apocalyptic movies. He also did I Am Legend. I didn't realize he did Constantine and Red Sparrow, the one with Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh yeah,
those I like those.
So he's got his people that he likes.
Yeah. And so, like you say, it's these 50 young men sort of are put into this lottery to get into the Long Walk. And the idea with the Long Walk is that if you make it the last one to survive, basically gets a ton of money and a wish. And
so it's such a weird thing. Like you get a wish. Like the money's not enough. You get a wish.
Yeah. It's and that's pretty. The movie isn't like specifically accurate to everything that happens in the book, but generally it's pretty accurate to everything. They change the rules a little bit about how fast you have to walk and all that, but it's pretty close to the.
Isn't it like what 3 miles an hour or something like that? Or
Dan from Real Takes, like the first thing about his review, Capitalism, the movie,
and it really is, and I mean, it is very dystopian. And again, it's like, what would you do to not have to work and to make the money? And again, it's I was a little upset that they don't get into the state of the country a little more in the movie. They don't really in the books.
Do they mention, like, was it a civil war or was it a world war that kind of bankrupted the country?
They make it sound like a world war of some sort happened, and you'd assume like nukes or something would be involved. And again, we don't know. Maybe America is the shithole country now, and everywhere else is kind of decent.
Yeah,
or prospering.
And this is it's supposed to be sort of a reality show. The idea is the major, played by Mark Hamill, says, every time we do one of these, you're out here showing the spirit of America.
Yeah.
With your giant sack, as he says at one point in the movie, whatever.
He says it several times.
And it's like, the idea is like people see the Long Walk and it increases productivity. And you're like, well, does it increase productivity because they see you can make it, or because they see graphic violence happening on TV?
Yeah.
Like if you don't make it, you'll get shot.
And they wax some motherfuckers in this movie. Like, you don't even have time to take a shit, bro.
Better pitch it off.
Like you get 3 warnings, and if once that 3rd warning goes, if you're not fucking moving, they fucking shoot you, because you have to maintain a speed of like 3.3 miles per hour, I think is what they said.
3 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So you want to stay just above that. And I don't know if this guy's the right guy to direct it exactly, because the Hunger Games is kind of about spectacle, and this one is less about spectacle. It's a pretty simple movie because most of it's just the guys walking on the side of the road and what happens. And so I don't know if maybe a different director would have helped it a little more for me, but the main thing about the movie is the interactions between the actors. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what really makes the movie. You got Cooper Hoffman, who's the son of Dustin Hoffman, who's the other guy? Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
He plays one of the leads.
Another great actor.
Yeah. And Cooper does pretty good in this one. It's sort of like the lead guy, Garrity. And the other lead is David Johnson, who was in Alien Romulus.
Yeah, he was the synthetic in Alien Romulus.
And they're both really good in this, as well as
my second movie, seeing him, and he's been great in everything so far that I've seen him in.
people are really waiting for his like breakout movie. That's going to be like his movie.
Yeah.
And so the idea is some of the, I want to call them kids because in the book they're supposed to be teenagers, even though I'm not sure if everybody in this one is playing a teenager. But the sort of the bonds they form and the rivalries they have while they're walking, at one point or another, they all kind of get overcome by like, oh, we're all kind of in this together.
Yeah.
So we don't want each other to die, so we have to keep pulling people along with us. But at the same time, like if you don't die, I'm going to die. And like I say, it's really about the characters and their interactions more than anything. I wish maybe the director had found some way to maybe add a little more to it.
It really is a story.
But I appreciate the minimalism.
Yeah. I mean, it really is a story about going through an experience with somebody and coming out with a relationship, a friendship from it, you know? Because I mean, these guys all know only one person's going to survive, but yet, they go through this trauma. Like when the first person gets shot, they're all fucked up from it. And they all kind of, not all of them, but they have their groups where they kind of cling to each other. And the two main characters, they kind of hit it off from the start.
Right.
But it's amazing, man. It's so easy to be like, oh, this guy is done. There's a part where they're sleeping.
Right.
Well, one of them's sleeping, and the other guy's just carrying him along for the walk. And it's because he cares about the other guy. They're in this together, and they want to get through it together, even though it's not an option. But yeah, it's a really good movie, and it does kind of get a hold of your emotions. By the end of the movie, you're like, man, fuck, I just felt that, and that's one of those things where you're like, man, this movie really fucking it accomplished something. And yeah, it was really good, man. It was really good. Great acting. The parts where they execute people they're pretty
brutal,
pretty brutal, pretty graphic,
very vicious.
And I mean, I'm not going to say you're going to end up with PTSD from it, but it's pretty shocking. Like there's one part where a dude has to shit and he's pulling his pants down and he's walking, and eventually, he gets to the third warning, he just pulls his pants up and just keeps going. And you just like, you'd have to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those movies that makes you think like how you would react in a situation like this. Me and myself, I'd probably make it to the third mile and fall the fuck over and be like, just shoot me.
Just because of like the speed, like if it didn't have the speed limit, that might be okay.
Oh yeah, if I could just walk like a fucking zombie, I'd be cool. But what was the total mileage from that? Was it like, it was an ungodly number of miles.
I forget what it was for total. It was like 200 to 300 miles total.
Yeah, I want to say the last number I saw was over 300.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, that's a long time to walk. And they're like, for those of you that are curious about this movie, there's no breaks.
Right.
They're walking continuously.
Once the walk starts, you're walking.
Yeah, you're walking until you're the last one walking. But it is a really good movie. And I don't think that I'll be able to recommend you go see it in the theater. I think it might be out or on its way out. I'm not sure.
It was, a kind of low budget, independent kind of film. Even when we went to go see it, you were surprised at how few showings it had.
Yeah.
Some of these
and that's what, because it was only in its second week and there was like 2 showings for the day. I was like, this is insane. This is it was a highly advertised movie, what I thought anyways. And it felt a little off for it to, be in its second week and kind of get the shit into the showings.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's life,
Well, I mean, a lot of those like movies now, they'll come out for like a weekend and they just go right to streaming now anymore.
Yeah. This will probably be on demand in a couple weeks. Yeah. But
it says it's over 300 miles at least.
Yeah. Well, the last number I saw was like 320 something, I think. But really good movie. Mark Hamill's phenomenal in this, by the way. Like, I mean, the two main guys they're it in this movie. Right. But Mark Hamill
did have some nice supporting characters.
Yeah.
The walk as
Everybody was really good. Yeah. Everybody was really good.
And they all kind of get their moment to do something.
Yeah. But yeah, Mark Hamill was good. Swing that sack, baby. Yeah. Such a weird thing. Like I was like, I've never heard that expression before. Like swing that sack.
Probably a very Stephen King kind of thing. I don't know. I don't remember for sure if that was in the story, but it wouldn't surprise me. It came right from that.
All right. So it's that time. It is time for our last segment here. Are you ready, Rob?
Yeah.
Well, you just shouted away from the microphone there.
Sorry about that. My bad.
One battle after another from the director that's not Paul W.S. Anderson.
Just to clarify.
Paul Thomas Anderson, right?
Right.
PTA.
PTA, there we go.
One battle after another. Okay. So I'm going to put this up on the screen for those of you watching on YouTube. All right, look at that, dude. Do you not want a pair of sunglasses like that now?
those old people sunglasses.
Yeah, that you can
over your
wear.
reading glasses. Or whatever.
Yeah, like he just looked like he was so fucking cool looking with that.
Yeah, or just like when you have your eyes tested.
Yeah.
Dilated.
Yeah. They used to give you those,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't get all fucked up in the
Yeah.
car. All right, so this is One Battle After Another, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. Some search for battle, others are born into it. When their evil nemesis resurfaces after 16 years, a band of ex-revolutionaries reunite to rescue the daughter of one of their own. This is obviously starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Chase Infinity, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, and Teyana Taylor. As you can see, I gave it 4.5 stars. I don't know if Mr. PBS is going to be that big on it.
I think I don't know if I gave it a star yet, but I'll be at least 4.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good with 4.
It's a really solid movie. Like it's a long movie. What's the runtime on this?
Well, it's like 240.
Yeah, it's close. It's very close. It's 162 minutes. Yeah. So it's very close to 3 hours. And like, I'm not even gonna lie, I went to the bathroom before. I made it like to the 2:15 mark, and I was like, I gotta get up and go.
You mean Marty didn't make this movie? I mean, it's 2 hours and 41 minutes.
I know, right? But it's a really good movie, and you know, obviously it's about a group of people that are challenging the
let's get back to talking about immigration and racism.
Right. And you know, we had talked about this. This is basically what this movie is all about: immigration and racism.
Some white supremacy in there.
There's some white supremacy in there, and it's like the way they do it, you laugh at it because it's so.
It's meant to be like darkly comic satirical.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah. Like you're like, you know, this shit's going on at some point, is somewhere around the world, in our country probably. But Sean Penn plays a
Colonel Lockjaw.
Yeah, Colonel Lockjaw. What a name for a guy of that nature.
I wonder, like, so this movie is inspired by a novel from like the 80s or something. So I wonder if the character names come from the book or if PJ thought them up.
But yeah, he plays a general that's kind of in charge of maintaining the immigration
detention center.
Yeah, and the movie kind of starts off with Leonardo DiCaprio kind of showing up to this. You know, he's obviously part of this little revolution group.
French 75.
Yeah, the French 75.
And he's their pyrotechnics bomb guy.
Yeah, he's their bomb guy. He makes all the bombs and pyro.
Basically.
Yeah, they call him Rocket Man. I think that's like his call name or whatever.
Was he Ghetto Bob as well?
Something like that. He had like 2 names or something like that. But like, this movie was just great. Like, I know you weren't a fan of the beginning, but I was fucking.
It started a little slow for me.
I was so fucking into every part of this movie. Like, I could have done with like all the, like they could have shaved a half hour off this movie probably, and still ended up with the same result and people walking away with the same thoughts.
I think it's got a nice pace to it. It's kind of a little messy and chaotic, but like in a good way.
Yeah. Well put, dude. Yeah, like the beginning just kind of, you're moving along and they're going from event to event to event, and you see all the havoc that this group is wreaking on the US government. And like Leonardo DiCaprio, his character, he obviously falls in love with one of the leaders of this revolutionary group.
Wasn't it Perfidia, Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
Perfidia.
You know, we didn't even talk about South Park, dude. That was another great episode.
We'll have more for that one.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait on that. But yeah, so you know, he falls in love with this character, and you know, she ends up having a moment with Sean Penn's character where, when at the beginning of the movie they raid this detention center and free all the people that are in it, and she kind of does some fucked up shit to him. And he kind of just has this,
he falls in love with her.
He really does. He's like, this woman just did something to me that no other woman's ever done. And he follows them around, and he ends up, you know, cornering her on one of their jobs. And from there's a little side love kind of thing going on. She's kind of cheating on Leo a a whole lot of it. Just one time though. But yeah, and it just keeps going from there, like a series of events, and then it jumps forward like 16 years.
Right.
And
sort of my favorite character in the beginning is
but basically somebody rats on them, and it
Yes.
causes this disruption in their movement, and they all have to spread out and kind of disappear. And you kind of join the fight again 16 years later, and
Right,
it
you've
just
got
picks up from there.
the actress's name is Shane McHale, but she played the character Jungle Pussy.
Yeah, Jungle Pussy.
And she's got this great monologue where they go to rob a bank, and she like jumps up on the counter all point blank style and starts like, "I'm here for your money, and you're paying for my this and that," and that's a really good moment. Like you say,
there's just all kinds of like quotable moments in this movie that make it great.
Little bits of acting all throughout.
The name is fantastic.
Yeah, dude. I mean, everything is like really great about this movie. Like, and like I was telling Kyle, like there's a couple of like car scenes in particular, and I was like, did you get like French Connection vibes on that? Like the way they shot it was like very old school technique, and it just looked really good.
Right.
Like you just don't see movies shot like that anymore.
Like you said, so after all the beginning happens, the mother Perfidia has to go away because she basically has to choose to go to jail or to rat on her friends. Right. And eventually she kind of gets away, and we join up later with Leo's raising his 16-year-old daughter, and he's turned to like the old pothead.
Yeah. The guy's literally like he's he's cooked.
Yeah.
He's got the brain fried.
Yeah, I mean, he's not just he's an alcoholic. He's a stoner. Like, I don't think he was working. Like,
in sort of the Big Lebowski kind of way, not like the bad way.
Exactly. No, he
was
like
the humorous way.
He had very, very much dude vibes.
Yeah. And so not to give too much of it away, but Sean Penn has to go after the daughter because he's trying to get into this club for reasons that I think it's better to find out on your own because they're kind of funny.
Yeah.
And so basically the big chunk of the movie is these sort of agents under Sean Penn going and looking for the daughter. And it's very like, it's like you could turn on the news and see these kind of images almost.
Yeah.
It's that topical and in the moment.
It really is. And like we were talking after the movie, I'm like, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't delay this movie with the political climate in today. Yeah, it's very relatable to our what's going on every day.
I wasn't,
we just talked about ICE for a good half hour open the show, and I mean it hits that note.
And I wasn't quite expecting it to be like that. The trailer kind of gives you the gist of the movie, but doesn't give you how much it's going to be about this.
Right. Like I didn't realize it was going to be like that, but man, I can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah, I'll check this on again.
Like, Rob, what are you doing for your anniversary on Sunday?
I think we're spending time with the family, and then we are.
Are you spending time with the family? That's your day.
That's how it is.
It's your day. You go spend time with your wife.
Or we're spending time with the wife. And
spend time with the wife at the movies.
Yeah.
One battle.
Go see one battle after another.
Well, we're probably gonna go see because her favorite movie's. Which one is it?
No, fuck that. I don't even care what it is.
Well, it's a Harry Potter movie.
No, fuck that.
Goblet of Fire.
Fuck that. This is one battle after another. She can watch that shit any day of the week.
I know.
Tell her we're going to go see Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's Leo's day, honey.
That's right.
It's Leo's day.
And listen, Benicio del Toro.
Sensei.
Yes, Sensei. He might be my favorite character out of the whole fucking movie.
Again, like once the movie gets going, it's basically going. Like Leonardo, it's Leonardo's chasing after his daughter. Sean Penn's chasing after her. He's got all these. He's trying to reconnect with some of the people in the underground.
There's a part where they send the entire fucking army into this town,
right?
And they're just all in the streets. Riots are breaking out, and fucking Leonardo DiCaprio's character, he runs into the karate shop there,
Bob,
and he's like, I need a fucking weapon, and you need to help me. And cops are flying by, and he hits the ground. He's like, crawling through the mats and shit.
Del Toro's just being really calm, and he's talking to his wife or somebody on the phone, trying to get things ready.
Just sitting in his office chair, like nothing's going on,
And again, like say it goes through him, and like he takes Leonardo home, and he's hiding immigrants at his place, and he's just trying to tell everybody like, hey, I need you go watch the store, get all this stuff put in. This shit's about to go down.
Dude's as cool as a cucumber.
And he's just walking through his house like, hey, he's like, at the same time, he's introducing DiCaprio to his people like, no, this is that. He's like, hey, just go up to the second floor and start getting people up. We got to get ready to move. And it's just full of great extended sequences like that.
It's wild, dude. Like it's just nonstop until it fucking ends.
And it is messy. And it's sort of just like Leonardo's character. You see him on that picture you had up with the big sunglasses. He's wearing his house coat for most of the movie.
Yeah, he's literally in his robe. He's in like pajama pants and shit.
It is like the Big Lebowski, going after somebody.
It really is, dude. But there's a part where you see it in the trailer, and he calls the hotline to get, a rendezvous point, and they're like speaking in code, and he remembers part of it, and they're like, what time is it?
Because it's been 16 years, and he's been frying his brain.
And he's like, I don't fucking know what time it is. He's like, I love alcohol and drugs. And
I'm a drug addict.
But
I don't remember all this shit.
I think it's in the trailer too. Like his daughter comes in to the house with like someone with a car. Like she gets dropped off. He's like, who the hell is that?
It's a good scene.
Yeah. He's like, okay, I'm not.
You're knocking on somebody's fucking door like that?
Hey, homie. He says homie a lot too.
You tell people where you live? Huh? Who's this in the car?
Hey, but I am highly recommending this. Like I was telling, we were talking obviously after the movie on the way home. And I was like, this might be like my favorite movie of the year. And you kind of disagreed with me. You were like, it's still Sinners for me.
I still think Sinners might be my favorite, but this is up there. This is if it's one of those two is probably my favorite.
I just think that this is a complete, every aspect of this movie is great.
You feel with the climate just really hits it home more and makes it,
a little bit. Yeah.
It almost feels like even a science fiction movie almost.
Right.
Like it's taking place now, but in a different now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at one point it's very topical, but at the same point it's timeless. Like, this could have been set in the 80s or the 90s, or it could be set 10 years from now.
Yeah. And without today's political climate, it's still a really good movie because you're engulfed in the situations of the movie.
They don't hit you over the head with politics. There's nobody ever says Democrat, Republican, or
you don't really, other than them saying like open borders and stuff, like you don't really know like their complete reasons for what they're doing.
Right.
You just know that they're trying to start a revolution.
They'd obviously be considered left-wing extremists.
Yes, they would. They would very much so.
But just like Civil War, you really don't know who's who.
Yeah. In this one, you can clearly identify who is the lefties and righties.
But a lot of things is more subtle. Like almost all the good guys in this movie are like people of color. They're not non-white people. I think Leonardo DiCaprio and maybe the French 75 had the white woman in it. But for the most part, it's black men and women and
Mexican people.
Yeah, Del Toro, and most of the bad guys are white guys.
Yeah,
shocker, right?
The military, the ICE kind of people,
rich white guys,
of course.
Yeah, them too. And again, they don't ever hit you over the head with it. Nobody's like, oh yeah, black people we're great and white people suck. But it's all these little moments where you're kind of like, oh, okay, I see that. I know who the good guy and the bad guy in this situation is. So it doesn't hit you over the head with anything.
Right.
It lets you play with it and it lets everything play out. And like you say, the chase, especially toward the end where they get in the cars and they're going up over the dips and valleys in the road, it's just visually, it's great.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a complete movie. The writing, the production, the cinematography, the direction, it's all spectacular.
It really made me also think of like No Country for Old Men in a way.
Yeah, it does have an Old Country for Men vibe. Yeah.
That's when I was watching the movie, I was trying to think about.
There's like several movies that you just get vibes from, like whether it was influenced from it or whatever. Like I don't know, but when you're watching the movie, you just remember other movies you watch, and you're like, man, this just has a great vibe.
Yeah. Right. You gotta, movies. I always say movies have to watch that because sometimes you'll be watching a movie that's not so great, and you'll be reminded of another movie that you'd rather be watching. Right. Whereas this one, as you're just watching it, you're like, oh yeah, it reminds me of that other movie. I'd like to go rewatch after this one.
Yep. Because
I'm having such a good time with this one. It's reminding me of that one.
Yeah.
And again, some other stuff happens toward the end. It's really a solid movie.
So I'm a 4.5. You said if you haven't rated
I'm
it
a
yet,
solid 4.
you're solid 4. It's a really good movie. Get out to the movies and watch it. I don't know if it's going to make its money back.
We talked about this on the way to the movie. It's got like a $150 million budget. Like, I think maybe it's his highest budgeted movie. And at the same time, it's basically an independent kind of minded movie, like most of his movies are.
Is Benicio del Toro a little underrated as an actor?
I feel like he is.
I don't know that he gets the credit he deserves.
I feel like you just don't hear him.
I think like if you're a movie person and you see Benicio del Toro, you're like, oh, hell yeah, it's Benicio del Toro. So maybe on like a mainstream, obviously he's not on the level of like a DiCaprio, maybe even a Sean Penn.
He picks very particular roles, I would say.
Usually.
And they're not like the blockbuster type roles. Like he played in that one movie with Justin Timberlake on Netflix, I want to say. Yeah, Reptile. He was really good in that. Really good. And I remember like when I was younger, I wasn't particularly a fan of him, but as I've gotten older, I just really appreciate him even more.
He was in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah, he was. He was good in that.
Yeah.
I feel like he's good at sort of underplaying. Like in this movie, he really does kind of underplay his character the whole time, but he's still just, he's another character that every time he shows back up, you're like, hell yeah, what's he going to get him into?
Yeah, but definitely a solid movie. 2 hours, 41 minutes. It's in theaters right now. Go see it on the IMAX. Experience that beautiful cinematography on the biggest screen possible. Get the best viewing experience you can get. Go fucking see this movie. It's worth it. You'll enjoy it. And I mean, we probably had people in there that weren't like movie buffs, just kind of like your average movie viewer, and you could tell they liked it at the end.
It's always hard to tell who's coming to a movie and why, but
right.
And there wasn't, we saw it in the usual place. It wasn't packed or anything. There was a good 10 or 12 of us in there.
I was shocked that it wasn't packed. There was like 10 total people in the theater.
Again, I think I kind of told you, like, I'm almost tired of seeing the trailer because I feel like I've seen it for every movie for like the last couple months.
Yep.
So I'm glad we finally got rid of it. Like, thank God. I need to revisit Sinners as well, and I suspect I'll be revisiting this one sometime this year.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it again.
We start getting into. I need to revisit a lot of Paul Thomas Anderson movies because it's been a while.
Yeah,
but I suspect this one will
actually. He did one of my favorite movies, Punch Drunk Love.
Yep.
So
I suspect this one there'll be a lot of talk about this one come awards season.
All right. So that's all we have for you on this episode of the Sleazy Podcast. As always, we ask you to like the videos, subscribe to YouTube, like the videos, share, and comment on stuff. If you don't agree with us or if you agree with us, just comment. Like, man, I like this part of the show, yada, yada, yada. Or, fuck, Sleazy, you sounded like a piece of shit ranting about politics today, and I'm never going to listen to you ever again. Let your words be known. I don't care. Yeah.
Check out our TikTok this week where we're giving away
yes, I'm going to release a video, but we are going to give away a digital 4K copy of Superman. So you'll have a chance to win that. And you'll see the video on our TikTok, but there's specific rules, obviously, but you got to like the video, comment the video, repost it, and make sure you like our TikTok page.
The usual stuff.
That's four rules, 4 simple, easy things you can do. And that will enter you in. We'll run that about a week, and from there, we'll pick a winner next weekend or so. But next up is spooky season. October 1st is Wednesday,
something like that.
Yeah, so we're right in the thick of it, and I don't know if we're going to be back next Friday or Sunday, but the plan is to do 3 shows, 2 spooky shows, and then 1 will be dedicated to the trivia for this year.
Let's fucking go.
Hopefully,
maybe we can throw in a live TikTok night or something in there.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Time.
Yeah.
We always like to do our extra shows for spooky season.
Yeah, it's my favorite time of the year. It's what I live for.
Let us know if there's a franchise or something you want us to talk about. We need some ideas.
Like, what's your personal favorite horror franchise?
Yeah, we did. People seem to be a fan of the top 15 that we did last year. I think we did 90s and 2000s. So whether we go from there and do some particular genre with that, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. So we're going to be brainstorming in the next couple days. And if you want to help us brainstorm that out, you're more than welcome to. If you submit something, we'll talk about it.
Yep.
So, but with that being said,
hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
All right, we're out of here. Remember to keep it sleazy.
Thanks for listening to the Sleazy Podcast. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and remember, listen to Sleazy.